Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed the look that I was wearing in, shoot, I don't even remember, but it was one of the ones I had a coppery looking eye, and you guys, it was like the first few comments was like tutorial, 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 and I was like, really? You guys already know, like I do these all the time, and I feel like I've already done something like this on my channel, but I had so many requests for it that I was just like, okay, fine, I'll do it, and I'm just laughing at you guys the entire way. But this is the eye look, and I also did like my cheeks and my lips, but if you guys want to see, just keep watching. And forewarning, like the light sucks in this video, and my eye keeps twitching, I don't know why, and my fingernail's busted. Yeah, I'm getting that fixed tomorrow, but it just is what it is. I wanted to film for you guys, and I knew I wouldn't have any more time this week, so I just did it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get to this. So I was wearing orange, like bright orange lipstick earlier, and it stained my lips a little bit. So we're just gonna ignore that, and I'm gonna put on my lip primer just so that I'm ready for it whenever I go in with my lipstick. And obviously I already have like my base, my brows, and my primer for my lids on. So if you guys want to see how I do like my foundation and stuff, just go like a video to back. For this look, I'm going to use all MAC eyeshadow, so I'm using my favorite palette here that I made, and I'm going to use a MAC 242, and I'm first going to pick up Blanc Type, and I'm going to pop this right underneath the brow bone and then just drag it down some. I'm going to be putting a brighter highlight up here later, but this just helps you not to have a hard edge right here whenever you go to blend. On a Sephora Pro tapered crease brush, I'm going to pop Bamboo into the crease and work it upward as a transition shade. Switching to a MAC 217, I'm going to grab Saddle, and I'm going to pop that right directly into the crease and work it up slightly. So I'm just going back and forth and kind of creating a little bit of a harsh line. And then I'm going to take off a little bit of the extra on my pants because I don't have a tissue, so whatever. And I'm going to work that up just a little bit in circular motions, right up a little bit further into the crease, but not surpassing where I have Bamboo. Same brush, and I grabbed a little bit of MAC Swiss Chocolate, and I'm really going to go slowly and make sure this stays only in the crease so that I add a little bit of depth, but I don't want to blow this shade out. So just take your time in there slowly and only getting the product right on the tip of the brush. If you get a harsh line, you can just go back with that original brush you used for Bamboo and just soften it up a bit. Just don't put any extra product on it. Make sure you're going all the way from outer to inner crease, not inner crease, inner corner with this, so that it wraps completely around in that crease. Now with the original 242, I'm taking Coppering, and I'm going to start by patting this on the lid and then swiping back and forth. And I'm going from lash line all the way up into the crease, but not surpassing the crease at all. And I'm going to leave a little bit of this inner corner right here open for my really bright highlight I'm going to put down. Switching back over to the MAC 217, and I grabbed Antique, and I'm going to pop this right over where we put Swiss Chocolate. And the reason being is that I like to have that metallic shade brought up into the crease a little bit, but on top of a matte, so it's not too much. I just don't like it to be like straight up matte and then like shine or shimmer or something. I like to put a little bit of that into the crease just so that they blend together and merge a little bit better. But just as you did with Swiss Chocolate, take your time with this shade as well. And don't be afraid to kind of overlap a little bit onto Coppering. On my Wayne Goss number 6 brush, I grabbed my favoriteest, Nylon, and I am packing this right on the inner corner. I guess I'm not really packing, I'm more like buffing this. But I'm going to add a few layers. I'm just going to go in lightly at first and then add a little bit more. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that, again, not as much, and I'm going to go right at the very upper part of the arch of your brow. Don't go all the way back and forth because it looks really masculine unless you're going for that look, and that's cool with me. For the lower lash line, I'm grabbing a 221 and I'm going to take Bamboo again and just buff it right underneath. I'm using the 221. Did I just say 222? If I did, I meant 221. Because I want it to be pretty smoky and not super precise. But I am connecting it up here with those other shadows. Now I'm going in with the NARS pencil brush and a little bit of saddle and going closer to that lash line. Still smoking it out a bit, but not as much as we did with Bamboo. Last step for the lower lash line, I'm taking a MAC 212 and a little bit of Antiqued, and I'm going right up against the lash line, like directly up against it, and I'm just going to work this product back and forth so that it deepens it up without it being like a dark smoky under eye. I'm going to add a little bit of liner. I'm not going to do a wing liner or anything like that. I'm just going to take a MAC 210 and just go right along the lash line. In the video, I had on MAC's, of course, this one, the Fluid Line in Rich Ground, but I'm going to switch it up today and go a little bit deeper, and I'm going to use Black Track, which is just a black version of this one. So same thing, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and did my lashes because I was like, well, why not? Because I was just doing my liner anyway. And I used the Double Up Wispies from Ardell. And now I'm going to move on to my cheeks. I want to use Gingerly so bad, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use Harmony. Not even orangey at all. So that is like an accomplishment. But in that video, I totally had Gingerly on, just saying. So I'm going to grab Harmony on a MAC 129. I'm going to pop this on my cheeks. Going to do a little bit of contouring. I'm going to go in with an oldie but a goodie, my NARS Eda brush, and then Taupe Sculpting. No, this is Taupe Blush from MAC. I'm going to blend all that out using the Real Techniques Dual Fiber Face Brush. Just make sure I don't have any harsh lines on my face. And I'm going to use a highlight that I haven't used in a little bit because I've been so obsessed with the strobing powders from Hourglass. So I'm going to go in with Kat Von D's Thunderstruck eyeshadow and my
Dash number. Oh my God.
You've got to be freaking kidding me. Me and Kat Von D, we're about to have some issues, I'm just saying. That literally just fell out of the pan. So I'm still going to use this and hope to God that Sephora will maybe swap this out for me because that irritates me a little bit. And I'm going to pop this on my cheekbones and just the tip of my nose. I've stopped doing the Cupid's bow because I've noticed that whenever like I start sweating or anything, it gets a little funky and gritty up there, so I've stopped doing that. I'm going to put a little bit up here, why not? Now I just sprayed my Beauty Blender with Fix Plus, and I'm going to just tap this right over top of it so that it blends into my skin or melts in just a little bit better. And this will help with a little bit of like that chunkiness if you ever feel like it just accentuates things. This calms it down quite a bit. I'm seriously so mad about this, you guys. I wouldn't even care that much except for like the blushes that I actually really love. The pans are falling out of them, so I'm just like, get it together. Your products are so good. You don't have time for this. You don't have time. And I don't have time to be cleaning up my vanities. So there you go. For lips, I had Yash on in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and put Yash right back on. So I've already got my lips primed. I'm just going to pop this guy on. You can use a liner if you want to. Strip Down is a really good one from MAC, but I'm just going to use it by itself. That's it for the look, look, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. And you guys, let me know if you've had any issues with your Thunderstruck eyeshadow, because a friend of mine was talking about how hers broke, and I was like, yeah, nothing's happened to mine, and then lo and behold, this happens. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.